What is going on, guys? Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. Unfortunately, even though this is the image that's at the end of my screen, I cannot sell this as merch, so you guys cannot get one of these unless you ask me where I got it from and I'll tell you. It would make good merch, no? But hey, it is what it is. So, back with another update about this whole thing that I've basically made 2 videos on at this point, and this is going to be the 3rd video, and it's about this secret training and how you basically achieve additional rewards. And unfortunately for some people, the thumbnail isn't clickbait. This event is in fact easier for Android users, right? Let me explain. So, if you are on iOS, you can't do it. You cannot do it if you are on iOS. I have 2 completely independent accounts. I didn't just make a new server like some people did. So I have my main account, which is fully on my iPhone, and I have my free-to-play account, which is fully on my Android device, which is a Red Magic something. I got it ages ago. It was lying in a drawer, so decided to use it. So if you done the trick today on Android and you went to check, what have we got, right? So I think precision training maybe has this, maybe, nope. Agility training, one of them has it, nope. Memory training, is it memory training? Right, here we go. So if you checked it today on iOS and this was you, the only way you were going to get your books was there, doing this one thing, right? Now you just seen there, all 4 stages, this was the only stage that had it. This is my Android device. Anyone who knows Android versus iOS, they know that this is an Android device. I do not play Disney Magic Kingdoms and I do not play Cookie Run Kingdom anymore. I used to play Cookie Run Kingdom. My son keeps getting a hold of my phone and he installs things, so honestly, I don't play Disney games, right? Believe it or don't believe it, it's entirely up to you. So let's go back in after I close it. Just also to validate, by the way, some people say you do not need to actually close down the app for this to happen. I just want to show you just now, you do, right? So, reward preview, nothing in here, we'll change difficulty. Some people claim that when you just change difficulty, it will bring in the new rewards. This is not accurate, okay? So, again, like we did yesterday, shut down on Android, okay? To be clear, on Android only. Go back in, you've seen the only one that had the books was, I forget what one now, memory? I think it was memory, which is ironic considering I forgot for a split second. So let's check now, just to show you that this does actually, in fact, absolutely still work perfectly fine on Android. So let's see what we've got going on here. No books in this one. No books in this one. We've now got books in this one. Okay, so you can see, let's just double check if the top one's still got books. I mean, I assume it probably will. No, it's lost its books, right? So you can see that you can actually still do this, no problem at all, on Android. Do you know what? I'm just going to pop one bubble and just let this play so that I can get these rewards, because I've not done this today. I'll just pop one bubble and we'll just let it play out, right? So you can absolutely still do this on Android. So, obviously this means it's a bug, right? Now some people might be worried about, are you exploiting a bug? You can make that decision yourself, okay? But what I would say is, personally, I would say no, and the reason I say that is because it is absolutely reasonable. These are mobile games where you have limited amount of times, okay? It's absolutely reasonable that someone would come in when they had a spare minute, do this, then not have enough time to do the other 2 shots. So they shut down the app, they come back later, reloading the app. That's going to recycle and reload these events anyway. So, in my opinion, I don't think this is a bug that you can get into bother for exploiting, because like I said, there's so many people who just genuinely would do this anyway, because they don't have time to just, even though it's only 3 minutes, they don't have 3 minutes. They'll do one event, get their reward and think, okay, I'm going to do the rest of these at tea time or whatever, and when they come back in, they'll reload the game and it'll have reset for them, okay? So to address it, first of all, yes, it clearly is a bug, but do I see this as exploiting a bug? I personally don't, for the reasons that I've said. But what it does mean overall is, if you are on Android, you have the ability to essentially get a leg up on iOS players, right? Because you've got the ability to get more books, you've got the ability to not only get your books, but also rank on the leaderboards, which is going to give you more diamonds, more breakstones, more money, more EXP, whatever it is you decide to choose to do. Whereas if you are on iOS and you go in, like my iOS account today, and you've only got 2 stages that are giving you books, if you want to maximise your book yield, you're not going to be able to rank on free leaderboards. Not only that, if you load up on iOS and you're only being offered 2 books and say 3 books in another stage, then you are pretty much hard capped at how many books you can earn that day. Whereas if you are an Android user, you can basically guarantee yourself that you are going to get 12 books. So, because of that, I'm really wondering what the devs are going to do, right? Because, intentional or not, for the last 3 days, now 4 days, they've imbalanced their account, their game between platforms, okay? You've got people on one platform who can get stronger and get more rewards versus people on another platform who can't. So, how do they handle this? That I don't know. What I would probably do is, instead of calling it a bug, call it a feature, and the devs should just do whatever it's doing on Android, do it to iOS. When you reload, your options will change and you can do what you want to do. That's the easiest way to deal with this, in my opinion, because if they try and do anything else, they're going to make things objectively worse for Android users, even though it's putting it on par with iOS users. But Android users already had the benefit of multiple days, whereas iOS users will have no gain whatsoever from them, like basically nerfing it and changing it on the Android platform. Now, some people might think, Hayzink, why are you making this video then? Because you're highlighting this and they might now take this away. There's a reason for that. I made the 2 videos talking about it, so I'm now getting inundated with questions of, this doesn't work. Then someone else says, brilliant bro, I was able to make sure I got my books today. Someone else, this doesn't work. And it's like, that's what made me basically investigate this a little bit further to see, wait, is this platform specific? That wouldn't make any sense if it was platform specific, but it is. So this video is to basically stop me being barraged, I can't even say that word, slammed with the same questions over and over again. It also allows people to understand why it might not be working for you, and the simple answer is, hey, we're on Apple, we get shafted all the time, and it does seem to be that way. I don't know if you guys know this. Actually, I can show you, right? I can show you. We really do get shafted on iOS, right? So let's just say you're someone who wanted to purchase something, right? Let's just say you wanted to purchase something. Let's go to limited. This pack here is $99.99 on Apple. It's $96.99 on Android. Now, I know that's only £3 or $3 because I think the dollar value is exactly the same. On top of this, with Android, you also get rewards for spending. So if you are someone who's spending, eventually you're going to earn enough rewards that you can get more things in game for free using your rewards. So it actually pays to be on Android. Not only is the game not optimized very well, and you'll probably benefit from bugs like we can see here, you get stuff cheaper. But unfortunately with this game, once you've signed into an account, you cannot migrate it to another platform. I even contacted Crunchyroll and I says, look, I want to get rid of my Android device. Don't want to be with Apple anymore. That was a slight lie. I was going to stay with Apple. And I want to go to Android, so can we do something? Unlink the account, do whatever. There is absolutely no way to do it. So if you're someone who has a Street Fighter Duel account and you've linked it to Apple, I really hope you're never planning to switch to Android, because you'll lose your account. Plain and simple. Pretty shady. Bit of a tangent there. But the method still works. Long and short of it, the method still works. But it only works if you're on Android. So what that basically is saying, when it comes to Street Fighter Duel, Android players are the master race. Apple players are kicking sand. Is that even touching grass? I'm trying to use like young terms. I'm not young and hip, so I don't know. But there's your answer. Android, you can do it. Go and maximize your gains. Android, Apple, sucks to be us. Just the way it is. Anyway guys, there you go. That is how it is. I'm really hoping that the devs actually at least give token compensation for Apple users. No doubt if they did, it would go to Android users as well, which I'm not going to complain about, but they need to kind of, I guess, level the playing field somehow, because this does not apply to both versions of the game. So anyway guys, I've been Hayzink. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one, which is probably going to be in about 20 minutes. Peace.